thank you.
You know, the mountains that surround Yellowstone Park have intrigued hunters since their discovery by Jim Bridger in the early 1800s, and were considered sacred by the Native Americans long before Columbus discovered the Americas. Today, Pete Wheat has the rare privilege to hunt these mountains with John Porter. Fortune has finally smiled on Pete. He's drawn a coveted bighorn ram tag for Area 2 in northwest Wyoming. Now the challenge of the hunt is only matched by the scenery. Later in the show, we'll head to a neighboring area to continue the hunt with Francis Kegler, who likewise has the opportunity to take a majestic bighorn ram. We'll have all this plus some shooting tips and a lot more, only on the Best of the West.
It took 26 years to draw this Wyoming sheep tag, and really excited to get up here. I'm a rancher from eastern Kansas in the Flint Hills area. Was born and raised into a ranching family. We've always had really good horses back there. When I talked to John originally, he said he had good walking horses, and if I could ride a horse and keep up with him, that I would probably get a sheep, and that was definitely the truth, you know. And you know, anybody can ride a horse and follow him for a few days is going to get a chance at a sheep, no question about it.
We've got a bunch of rams just came around the hill up here. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but it's a really, really calm day, quiet day. There's a real good ram in that bunch. It looked like we just caught a glimpse of him coming around in the shadows. And I hope that ram is what I think he was, but the three of us looked at him, Rob and Matthew and I think things are about to get good if they don't lay down in the trees and hide forever.
You know, when John Porter called me, I knew his name from the Best of the West show, and you know, knew of his success. Thought about that long-range gun, and I thought about a 57-year-old guy that's only about half as tough as he really thinks he is, and I thought that gun might be the answer. You know, I feel pretty good out to 250 or 300 with mine, but longer was going to be tough. So anyway, I chose John for a number of reasons. Just liked his disposition really well too. So got within 2 weeks of coming on this trip, and I was hit on the side in my pickup by a guy that ran a red light stop sign, and rolled me over twice, and you know, shouldn't have been able to make it, but everything was on my side, and I came up here. But you know, when I got here, I wasn't as fully recovered as I'd hoped, and we had to make a big, long stock on these 7 rams, and I never have been very flexible, and I couldn't get in position one time, and then the fog rolled in and allowed us to get to another area. Things were pretty tough, there's no question about it.
Well, after 26 years of waiting, Pete finally drew this tag, and to end up in a car accident like that only weeks before this long-awaited hunt, unbelievable. He's lucky just to be here with John. And if there's one thing that the mountains between Yellowstone and Cody are famous for, it's rapidly changing weather conditions. Don't lose hope. It's time for a break here. When we come back, we'll see how Pete's luck will fare right here on the Best of the West. Hey, welcome back to the Best of the West. Pete Wheat has left the lowlands of Kansas for the high country of Wyoming due east of Yellowstone National Park. But things are not going so smoothly. With fog and cold and the effects of a recent car wreck, these are just a few of the things that stand in the way of success. It's time to make his move. The trophy that he has been waiting 26 years for a shot at is moving in and out of the fog. But with the added range of John's Best of the West Signature Series rifle, one shot is all he needs.
John ranged the rams and got the scope set on his gun. We definitely used his gun because it was going to be 400 yards or better. That was, I think, my only chance. We got up there and he made me a little bench on a rock wall. The fog cleared and those 7 rams were out in this big high alpine basin. The biggest one on the back, and he ranged him again and set the scope for me perfectly. And then it was just down to a little help from above making a shot.
That'll work. He's down and out.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. 26 years of waiting came true. You're a tough dude, John. I wouldn't do this for $100,000, let alone what you get. We got her done, and when I heard that that'll do from him, I was pretty tickled. We heard that big whop, and we had a lifelong dream for me come true.
What do you say, buddy?
I tell you, thank you, John, and thank you, Jesus. What a beautiful place. What a beautiful sheep. This is what we's after.
That
Wow.
is a dandy old ram. Looking good, Pete. Looking marvelous.
I totally believe it, man. Really, I got to take my ram exactly where I wanted to. We got to take it in a big, open, bowl basin, as high up as you could get on the mountain. Just, we were at the right place at the right time.
What a dandy ram. About the same on both sides. Can't beat it. What do you think, Pete?
I think he's #1. He's my world record. Couldn't be better.
Hey, how about that ram, huh? You know, with the rain and the fog, that was quite a feat. Congratulations.